Afternoon guys, welcome back to another tutorial video, and today I'm going to be teaching you all about backtesting. I get a few questions from you guys asking, how do you backtest, what's the best way to do it, and today I'm just going to cover how I personally backtest. There's two specific things I like to do. Alright, so this is a pound Swiss franc chart on the daily, and as you can see there's nothing really interesting in this market. It's just like, it's very slow and it's consolidating around a specific area. So what I'm going to do is backtest a simple break and retest strategy. Now I say to everyone is make sure you pick a strategy before you go back and backtest, because if you go back in time you can see trades that have panned out. Maybe for example here, if you draw a trend line, you can say, oh yeah, you know what, it broke the trend line, I would have entered there. Well actually, if it was in the moment you might not have, because there might not have been enough confluence for you to enter. Alright, so if you're blindly just looking for wins, you're going to pick strategies that win. Okay, if you pick a strategy before you even go into backtesting, you're more likely to come up against formats that lose as well. Okay, it's very important you do backtest losses as well, because you can try and take something from the loss. It could be something as simple as, this is a big bullish push, I entered at the bottom here after this momentous move to the bearish side was in motion, and I entered too late and then it reversed me up. Alright, so you have to include losses in your backtesting, guys, because at the end of the day, you know what to look for next time if that potential trade loses. Alright, so I've set up a little example of a very simple break and retest strategy, and I'm going to show you how I would backtest this strategy. So there's a little replay tool on TradingView at the top here, and what you do is you click on it and then literally select the candle you want to go back to. So I'm going to go back to that candle. So how I would backtest this strategy is, let's get rid of that. So things to note in this market is price was heading really down, quite a momentous move to the downside. All right. However, we see a pullback of this area, and it's come up to revisit our trend line, and we've got a steady break of our trend line, and we've also got a bounce off to the upside. So that tells me, because after this lower low we created a high high and a higher low, there might be a momentum swing in this market. Okay, so I want to be on the alert for the buy to catch the reversal. So I've mapped out a prior resistance zone. So you can see we got all of this price here deflecting off of this resistance zone. Okay, it's quite a strong zone because of the amount of touches we got. We know it's a considerable zone to be watching. And then we get a breakthrough, a nice strong bullish push through to the upside. All right, so now I've seen a clear break of this resistance zone. I'm now waiting for what? I'm waiting for a potential retest, and we did get that retest down below here. And if I just play this, the trade was a success. Yeah, I won that trade. Okay, so three elements made me take that trade. All right, so we've got a break of trend line, a break of a very long trend line, we got a break of a very strong resistance zone, and we got a retest of that resistance zone as new support. Okay, so that's one way I would backtest. Obviously I'd backtest losses as well, and I'm just going to take you over to Excel to show you my other method of backtesting. So this is that exact trade, guys, that I just showed you guys, and I'm going to show you how I'd backtest it using journaling. Okay, so I'd select my pair, I'd select the direction I'm entering the trade in, so I'm buying or selling. I'll enter my entry date, exit date, my stop loss in pips, just to make sure I'm not, doing a ridiculous stop loss. The result of that trade, which is the win, and the gain is 7%. All right, if I just show you guys, I'm literally just going off the information shown in this long position tool. Okay, so you can see I got 1 to 7 risk to reward, 41.5 pip stop loss, and a nice 292 pip win. All right. That's the wrong one. So, and this is another thing that helps me backtest, is doing before screenshots and after screenshots of a specific trade I take. So say for example I'm 100 trades in, I want to revisit this trade and see what I did. I'd click on the screenshot and it would show me what that trade looked like before, and I can automatically see what sort of strategy I was using. And then what I can do is go back to Excel and look at the after screenshot and see how that trade panned out. You can see that was a win. And it also tests the strategy, it validates for me it's a strong strategy, and I should look out for that setup next time in that specific pair. Okay. Another thing I like to do is jot down what chart I was trading on, because maybe if I do make a loss, I can see, right, I was using the daily chart. I probably wasn't using a lower time frame to, I don't know, snipe a specific entry, and that's what I've put on my notes here. So risk to reward in that trade was 1 to 7%, risk of 1%, potential gain is 7%. Okay. So I put notes on this trade was use the, hang on, get the, there we go. So use the lower time frames to snipe a better entry on the retest, wait for rejections and a strong bullish candle on the lowers to confirm entry to the upside. Okay. So the reason I backtest using journaling, as you've seen here, is I can see my mindset and how I was thinking between these two dates. All right. And then, further along down the line, I can see how much I've progressed. Okay. And I can also calculate my win rate, percentage gain over a specific time, and what's my favorable time frame. Okay. So for example, if I'm seeing loads of results on the daily and I don't know, I do a few 30-minute trades and they lose, I'll end up axing the 30-minute and focus more on the daily time frame. Okay. Do you see how journaling helps? It can spot mistakes, and using notes, you can see what your mindset was at the time. All right. You can also calculate your risk to reward gain over a specific amount of time. So guys, that is the video. That is how I personally backtest. I hope you have enjoyed the video. If you did, please leave a like and subscribe. If you use the same backtesting strategy, let me know. We can analyze charts together because we're trading nerds. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Have a fantastic week, guys. Peace.